All right, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. We're back. It's our second of actually three shows today. We're gonna be doing another show in a little bit. But my guest on this episode is the one and only. Look, you know what? He's got many titles. Let's is he Adam West? Is he Batman? I can't. This is the first time I've interviewed a Batman. Is he the king of power pop, or is he just Donnie V? Who are you? Well, the real Donnie V, please stand up.
I'll go with all of them except Adam West.
Are you hating on Adam West now?
No, I'm not hating on him. I just, out of all those that you mentioned, none of them sound too bad to be except for Adam West.
Exactly.
He's a little different, a little unique.
How the hell you been, man? It's kind of scary. It's been like a year already since our last interview.
Has it?
Yeah, man.
I've been good. I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty damn good, I'll say. How about that?
Good. That's great.
Maybe not as good as you. I didn't get to play Batman.
Well, you don't have to be in that great a shape to play Batman. Not when you play it like I did.
Oh man. So all right, so let's get into some things, and then we're going to talk all about party time, which actually kind of weird. Well, kind of scary. I saw your old bandmates the anniversary of his passing today. Ricky Parent.
Ricky Parent. Yeah.
Right,
yeah. Somebody brought that to my attention. I really don't consider that really a day to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's like that. And I didn't even post anything today. It's not a celebration day as far as I'm concerned. His birthday would be one thing, but that's, death day. I'm not going to post that shit.
Yeah. It's like nobody.
It'd be one thing if he died today, then I would post, but negative.
Yeah. So how about I was going through your YouTube channel actually, and I saw it was actually a few months back. A person that was always a huge supporter of Enuff back when you guys were first breaking through with the debut album and all was Howard Stern, and he recently had a lot of nice words to say about you.
Yeah, he was a really good friend in the early days. Lost a lot of touch with him throughout the years. I think Chip had kept in touch with him. Chip went on there a couple of times, but that might have been what scared him away from us. There was kind of some buffoonery was going on there, the one that I saw. But yeah, I just started reaching out to them. Everybody's like, you should call Howard. You should get on Howard. Well, it's not that easy to get on Howard, and their format has all changed, so I just been kind of like razzling Boy Gary. I don't know if he still calls himself Boy Gary or
I was gonna say I haven't heard that.
That's how the dark ages and I'm at. I call it. Been messaging with him back and forth, and because as Howard I had heard that he had played some stuff by me, and it was talking about my voice and this and that, and so I just kept going back and forth with Gary. I sent him a few things. I sent him the Party Time video a while ago, but I don't think I also sent him the Instant Karma video, and that one I know he used the audio and played the audio on there. First year I played my song, but we were just going back and forth, and he was like, he goes, we'll share the love, anything we can when we can and stuff, and I'm like, that's all I can ask for. Excuse me. And so then they, about a couple months ago, they threw me this song of Howard's. It was like a goof, just some inappropriate thing, like this guilt and shame stuff I used to do. And they asked if I would do my own rendition of it. And when I listened to it, I was like, really, this is the thing that you throw me. But so God gives you lemons, you squeeze them in his eyes. I took it and put a chorus to it. You know what I mean? And this chorus kept nagging at me. It wanted to be there. So I threw it in there, and they liked it. I don't know if they took it as a bit pretentious for me adding a part instead of just doing the song, but I think it made it much better. And, a lot of people thought so as well.
That's cool. What did you think though? Of Robin saying that you should be like going on The Voice or something like that.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? American Idol, The Voice, all that stuff. If they would have had that when I was a kid, I was a little nervous and kind of insecure. I don't know if I'd have done it then either.
What are your thoughts on those type of shows?
Well, they're great. They're very entertaining. You know, it's great for what it is. You know, they have a whole season. There's a lot of people watch that. They tune in. You know, that gives a lot of these people exposure and stuff that, you know, never would have got it if they have the wherewithal to go and audition and go through all of that stuff to make it to the thing. You know, it shows a lot of dedication and commitment, and then to you know, to let the public watch you evolve. You know what I mean? You start from one thing and evolve, and they evolve quick, and you know, like what would usually take an artist 5 years to you know, to evolve into, they do that all in a season. And I don't really follow the careers of what the winners, their careers, how they go. I know in the old days there was a few of them that like, of course, Kelly Clarkson, the first one, American Idol, hers, and I know that Daughtry guy, he did well for a while. And what was that other one? The guy that sings for Queen.
Oh yeah, Adam Lambert. Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know if I don't follow it. You know, I mean, I watch a lot of TV, but not that show. I just get jealous.
It's understandable. It's you know.
I just sit there. I could do better than that. I could do better than that.
Well, Robin thinks she could.
Robin's a sweetheart. I've always loved Robin. I like them both. They're really great.
Yeah, actually, the first time I saw you and Ex-Enuff was when you actually played in Philly on South Street at Howard's book signing. You played right in the middle of the street. Yeah,
I remember that day. That was the last that I had seen of Howard for a very long time. We played. Yeah, they had us come out and play that thing, and it was crazy. It was we had just
like 20,000 people lining the streets.
Yeah, we had just like put out a record. I think it was 7 or Tweaked or something, and I was like, before we came out, I was grunge. That was, I mean, I wasn't a grunge look or anything, but that's just what I was. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we go into this whole thing, and then that grunge thing comes in, and I was like, okay, I can go back to the clothes that I have, the ones that I own and stuff. And so I see the pictures from that. That was like one of the very first shows I did where I wasn't dressed all goofy and stuff. And what happened was, and Howard came up, of course, and played a song with us. Because I'd always give him my guitar and he could play Wild Thing, and so he'd come up and play a song with us. And there was we were playing with somebody else that day. I forget who it was. And
it was Dee Snider's band.
Yeah, that was
Widowmaker, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were finished with the show, and once we cleared out of everywhere, there was I don't know if it was a rumor or whatever, but somebody was saying that the whole dressing room smelled like crack, like crack smoke. And
right.
And now that's not beyond me to have. I would have smoked a crack off your ass in those days. You know what I mean? And me and Derek, but that didn't happen that day. And that was, I can't help thinking that might have had something to do with something of not talking to Howard a lot more for, years and years. But I'm not sure it did, but I'll always remember that. It's like the one time that I wasn't guilty of something, and I was getting the rap for it, so that still bothers me to this day, but I'm not sure how much that affected anything. It just reminded me when you talked about that show out there. Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
I guess you never got the chance to ever talk with anybody, Boy Gary, for instance, or anybody about that situation.
No, not because I wasn't made aware of it until after the fact, until after we were had left and everything. Otherwise, yeah, I would have walked right on Dee Snider's stage in the middle of a show. You know what I mean? I said, fuck that shit. But yeah, it's not like any time that I correspond with him anymore or lately or anything. It's not
right.
It's not something I'm going to go bringing up, but also it's fucked up, but I'm not sure where I just thought of that just because today, because you said that. Maybe I will bring that up next time I talk to him.
So I didn't really so you were doing pretty heavy drugs at that point already then. I thought it was something more, as the '90s came along.
No, I gravitated to that stuff as I had a really rough upbringing. You know what I mean? It wasn't a beautiful childhood, and so I was very insecure and very shy and kind of isolated. And I didn't have a whole lot of friends or anything, and just kind of scared of people, scared to meet friends and stuff like that. What a ridiculous line of work that I chose for that with that.
Right.
So I've suffered from like terrible anxiety. Today I'm having it really badly again today.
Okay.
But it's like in order to go from obscurity all of a sudden to the lead singer of a national act, with MTV and the radio and everything, it's kind of it was a crutch for me. Alcohol and then drugs followed the alcohol, and you're all fucked up and you need something to pep you up, and somebody showed me that stuff, and so went to town, and then there wasn't a whole lot that I wasn't ever addicted to one drug. I was just addicted to partying, or addicted to leaving my natural state of mind or state of being to be something else, and of course that took a life of its own. And but when you have anxiety, at least to the point that I do, I don't think there's the people in this, at least in this country, give enough awareness or focus on mental health. You know what I mean? Mental and emotional health. And I think it's more debilitating than to lose a limb or to lose a kidney or anything like that. I mean, your mental health, you can't do shit. You might as well. Sometimes you just, it's just no life at all. You're almost better off dead. Some people, you know what I mean? And it gets pretty bad for me. But through all those, I've had that through all those years, and I didn't really understand it at the time. I just knew that when I woke up, I wasn't, fine in my own skin. I just, everything. And then, plus it's a dog eat dog world, and it just so happened that everybody in my inner circle and stuff ended up, kind of sticking it in my back, and it was kind of that. I was kind of like, it was me against them the whole time. Really, it was a weird relationship, and so you're very paranoid and very lonely, even out on the bus and out on the road and stuff. It was still lonely. I was lonely around all those people, and so that stuff helped me. It helped me helped me engage with people, helped me get up and do my job, helped me write songs. Of course, love is a drinking game. So, but what it also did was it had me off my guard, and I wasn't on point, and I wasn't able to be consistent and responsible to take care of all my affairs. And we had people that were always supposed to do all that, and and you're not. I wasn't aware of that was coming in my life. I didn't know those kind of people. I didn't know that people could do that, and especially ones that to be that close to you, and so it just got worse and progressively worse, and before you know it, it's like I'm this big piece of shit, that I'm choosing to do drugs and alcohol over taking things seriously, and so I'm fucking everybody out of what their expectations of what they wanted to get from me, you know what I mean? And so, but yeah, it got worse and worse, and before you know it, and then the drugs got worse, and then I just relied more heavily on it, and as things just start spiraling down, that became my go-to, like my friend, and when I was doing it by myself, you know what I mean? And a lot of times when I'm by myself somewhere doing this stuff, and that's not the same thing anymore. And it took me quite a while to get to the point where that was enough of it for me. And I've never looked back. It's been like 6-7 years, and
that's amazing.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, is there anything you do now to help you deal with the anxiety? Do you go to therapy at all? Do you do any of that, or?
I'm working on that. Not doing any therapy lately. It's just, it's not always situational. Sometimes it'll just come. Or at least not a situation that I'm aware of. You know what I mean? Just something. And but then when it comes, it doesn't take much of stressful situations to get it going. And when it does, it's been known to, it's like just amped, like where you can't speak and your eye flickering and bulging, and like my hands right now. That's that's from anxiety. But you can imagine that for like a week. It doesn't let up for like a week. You finally fall asleep, and I just lay here in the dark and no TV on or anything. Just try to get some zen or some peace and stuff. And then the notifications on my phone will scare the shit out of me. The ding, ding. Anybody walks in the room scares the shit out of me. Everything. It's crazy. And then after that, when that comes down, then it falls into depression.
Mm-hmm.
I come out of that into a manic depression. I'm medicated, but I don't feel like the medications I'm taking are really doing the job. And just talking to my sister today about looking at a different one and seeing. I went through a lot of them for depression and bipolar and everything, and none of them seem to do anything either. The ones I'm on, I don't. The only effect I would ever feel from that is if I don't take it for a few days. I'm on like I think it's called lamotrigine, and it's like for epileptics and stuff. So if I don't take it after a few days, it's no, then I know it,
Right. Yeah, that stuff. Like I used to be on a bunch of meds myself for like depression and stuff, and it's always like a game with the doctors of trying to figure out the right dosage and the right one, and it's a constant struggle with that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's a costly thing too, and it's a lot of going back and forth, and like a couple of the doctors I've had. Just their mannerisms and everything. It's like it caused me more anxiety just getting ready to go to them. You know what I mean? It was
right.
And so I'm like, fuck this. So I finally got another one, and he's pretty easy with writing scripts and stuff like that. But I haven't really, I tried a whole different bunch of the antidepressants and the bipolar medicine. They even finally tried lithium. And they told me you can't stop taking this because it'll kill you if you stop taking this. And it took a while for it to work and stuff. And then when it did work, I couldn't do my job. I couldn't remember songs. I went out to Vegas to do that Instant Karma vocal track. And I was like, can you play me the song? I know Instant Karma. I did the demo of it on one take. You know what I mean? It's like, what am I doing here? And so I was supposed to play out there a mic, or a sit-in with something too that day, that weekend, and I couldn't do my job, so I just stopped taking it. And it was a nightmare. Came back with a little gash in my head and stuff. I'd gone down and shit, and so. But some of those things, it takes a while to get into you, and you don't really feel any effect from them, at least initially. And then when you get to the point, it's like, this ain't really doing anything. All right, let's try another one. Okay, I'll wind up to that one, and then coming off of it, and it's like I'm a fucking mess in the head as it is to begin with, without messing with the chemicals in my brain and stuff like that. It's just, so I'm working on the anxiety, but we'll see what happens.
Nice. Well, it's kind of like ironic, I guess, because and you actually told me about the new single last year when we did our interview. You were like, next single, it's gonna be the big one, big push, big thing going on around it. It's called Party Time, and now it's here. It's party time, and now you're writing about party time, and you're not partying no more.
Well, that's not necessarily true. People party in different ways, Like somebody wants to party with fucking chicks or guys, whatever, and or drinking or drugs or smoking weed or just little kids. They have birthday parties. Everybody likes a party, and party's a party. They can have good parties, bad parties, but everybody parties in some way, and the word is so very positive, and it's like connective. You connect to people with it, and I think it's a really catchy song. It is. We'll see what happens with it. I'd like to get a commercial or something with it. Like a beer commercial or some shit.
How about the whole? I mean, the video. If people haven't seen it yet, they have to go check it out. It's on YouTube. I guess it's like a homage to the legendary Batman 1966 TV show. where you are Batman.
Sort of like Rat Man. Yeah, I'm definitely, every kid aspires to fantasize of being a superhero, but as you could see mine, I just stopped taking myself as seriously anymore. You get older and you're not going to be cute forever and this and that. And so if you worry about all that shit all the time, you just my anxiety be way off the charts. And look, this is all I got to work with. So I'm going to put the Batman mask on and stuff. So, but I didn't get into shape for that or anything, I'm wearing that suit and it's like, you could see like the gut and the man boobs. I didn't care. I said, fuck it, cigarette in my mouth. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast making it.
How'd the whole idea of that come about?
Well, the guy, my director and producer, Todd Causley, he had reached out to me. I hadn't spoken to him in probably 10, 20 years. And he reached out and said that he was doing this stuff now. He made a movie and then some more commercials. Said he had all this stuff and he was doing really well at it. And said he always wanted to make a video for me. And so I said, well, it just so happens I need to make a video right now. And so we went into started talking about it and everything. And he's got all that. He also is the promotional director for a privately owned auto museum called the Claremont Collection. And they have all these great cars in there and all this stuff. And right in the middle was the Batmobile, the old 66 Batmobile. And it was, I was like, holy shit, man, the Batmobile. So can we put this in the video? I go, sure, we could. And then there's the Bat Cycle sitting there and some other Bat shit. And I'm like, then I don't know. We just started one thing after another. And I was thinking, well, maybe get like a Batman mask or something for the picture or something. And then it just turned into, before you know it, I'm Batman. My drummer is Robin. We ended up getting a whole cast of characters, and some of those guys are really, really. The Joker was really, really good.
Yeah.
My niece, my beautiful little niece, she's a Batgirl, and she's also singing in the band. She's my mom's dog Enrique. He's in there riding in the. It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did they actually let you drive the Batmobile?
I did drive it. They keep about half a gallon of gas in all those cars when in those museums, Right. So I did drive it and they brought it out and I was driving. I was just, revving it up and it's like, whoa, it's like really, that's a powerful muscle car. It's got like 400 or something in it. And it's really tiny to get inside it.
Oh, really?
I mean, I could barely get in it. And you're just like, get in there like that. I never would have dreamed. And the seats don't go back and forth because there's all these other gadgets and all this shit that's locked in and everything. And oh, wow. So Chip did a cameo in the video with me. And
yeah, we're going to talk all about that.
Yeah, but he actually got in that driver's seat, and it took like probably 5 minutes to get him out of that.
I was saying, he's so tall. How did he get in that thing?
Well, just. He gets in a lot of things, That just... No, but that thing, when I got to drive it outside, I was lighting it up and ran out of gas.
I was going to say half a gallon of gas. What's that? 4 miles in that car?
I wouldn't even think that, man. It just starts. It's like that's really cool. You could feel the power in it right up until the time where the last vapor went through there,
All right. Well, since you brought it up, let's get into this whole Chip situation. So, Chip played on the song. He was in the video.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you guys? Because I know you've a few months back, I guess it was you tried to talk to Chip about being a part of Enough's Enough again, and he don't want to have no parts of that.
Yeah, I was a lot more hopeful back in the time we shot that video and he played on the thing than I am now. I'm not very hopeful anymore. So I'm not going to really, I've discussed it with, a few interviews. I've spoke my mind about it. It's just anytime I discuss it, it's such a depressing subject for me. And it's really, I got a lot of, bad feelings about the whole damn thing and him and everything. But, it's like, I'm not going to do every interview or everything like this and ripping on Chip, you know what I mean?
Right.
We did a lot of great things together and shit, and it is what it is, it doesn't seem very hopeful now, and I'm good with that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing anyway. I pretty much always have, you know what I mean? And that's sort of, you know, there's a big compromise in my creativity and things like that when you're working with somebody else, you know, and it's like somebody who's likes to think of themselves as you know, the writer and this and that, but when it's not reality, you know what I mean? And so, you know, it's just always trying to, you know, put his spray on something, or just, you know, that whole thing without going into too much, and it would cock block some of the creativity. You know, the songs I outgrew, and you know, I kept evolving and outgrew at certain sound, you know, that metal type thing, and that wasn't my vision, you know, that I had ever even entertained the thoughts of having heavy guitars or anything. And then you know, so I outgrew that thing, but you know, I don't know what exactly his reasons would be for, but he likes things. He doesn't like change, and he likes to, you know, and that's what it's all about for me, is the creative, you know what I mean? It's being a rich and famous rock star, obviously wasn't my aspirations, but, I just wanted to be a great artist, you know, that could affect people, like the songs that I grew up that heavily affected me, could do that for somebody else. And from what I understand, they let me know all the time that I've done that.
Absolutely. Now, do you own the name Enuff's Enuff? Because I had seen that you did say that you possess the name or something.
You're breaking up here. Am I freezing up?
Yeah, you froze up for a second. Hold on.
Am I freezing up here? Are we better?
There you go.
All right, we're better. Yeah. Well, I guess I might as well just talk about it all then. Well, I was in a rehab, you know, a bunch of years back. I don't know, 5 or 6 years back. I was in a rehab for it's a good 2.5 years. It was almost 3 years, part of my life, from beginning to the end. It was great. It was the greatest thing in the world that ever happened to me. But during that time, you know, I knew when they went on without me in 2013, I think it was, and it just, you know, it just exploded. It was couldn't do it anymore, and those guys went on without me, and I knew they'd be doing that. You know, I didn't know he was going to make. I didn't know he was going to make new records called Enuff's Enuff. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think that where would you know, that's a shortcut to thinking. I mean, they had this integrity and this reputation. Then all of a sudden there's, you know, I guess I'm not going to make any quotes that any of these slam magazines can use and take these quotes from, because I used one from the other day. And, yeah, he went and grabbed the name and the trademark and everything all on his own, you know, so that, you know, so I don't have I'm not entitled to it whatsoever. I can't use it legally, and he can put out anything he wants. He can do business as it. He can do everything, and I can't do anything with it. And it's like, where's the, you know, how is that fair? How is that? If anybody should have, to be me. You know, I wrote the songs and the identifying voice, you know, and so, but we looked into some things, and he had forgotten. He only got the United States. You know what I mean? It's a big world out there across the oceans, and so I got the rest of them. So we'll see what happens. It seems to me like he's just going to do whatever he wants to do, whether it's legal or not. Anyway, so, you know, I'm not out to stop him from doing anything. You know, it's I care about. I just wanted to please the fans. You know, sure. I know that they want to hear me singing, and it's not like my focus. I don't want to be in Enuff's Enuff anymore. You know what I mean? I want to do my own thing. That's what I do. And I'm happy doing creatively, and it's definitely more peace of mind. Mm-hmm. And, but it would be nice to, that we get together and for the fans and do some shows, some good shows, some big shows. And, you know, you can make some money, and if you promote them right and everything, and that's what the fans want to see. And, you know, I proposed that, and he wasn't into it. He shut that down, and which I could have had a video camera during that dinner. It's fans would have been very surprised to hear some of the things he had to say, but it was a good long beat down. And so, you know, at least I can go out. You know, I was just talking to a booking agent the other day. At least I can go out and I'll put together like maybe an all-star cast, you know, of some other named guys and stuff, and go and do a short Enuff's Enuff run, my own Enuff's Enuff run, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So and see my fans and see my friends. I haven't seen them. I haven't played any rock and roll shows. I've only done one rock show in the last 7 years, and
wow.
And it's a lot of work, but that's where you actually get to see everybody and connect, and get the reactions, the instant gratification of the songs and stuff. And I'll be doing that with my own show, so of course I'll be playing a bunch of Enuff stuff in it too,
Right.
But it would have been nice to, it will be nice as soon as it's safe, and as soon as everybody can come on out and I can go out and it's safe and we can just worry about having a good time and not all this other crap. And yeah, I'm gonna go out and do a run of Enuff shit. I don't know about here though, because I follow the law now. I got myself right with the law finally, so I'm not gonna go fuck that up again.
Now I saw too. You're doing, which explain to me exactly what this is. You're doing a flash drive USB bundle release.
Yeah, this is it. I was just asked today if I would show how to use this. So this is the flash drive. It's a laminate. It's on a lam cord. You know what I mean? This is it.
Okay.
And so first of all, this is also when you go to my shows, this is your VIP and meet and greet and all that stuff that normally you'd have to pay for and all that shit. Right. This is it. This works as that. But it's also, you flip this thing up, and there's the little USB, the flash drive thing that slides in your computer. Yeah, and it's very simple. Anybody that can't figure that out, I mean, it took me a minute to figure it out, and I was like, how the fuck do you do it? And I just, said, okay, if I can figure it out, anybody can. So yeah, that does. But there's so much shit on there. As I just bought back all my records from all these little labels and stuff, that my solo records that just didn't get any life or any energy, and you find them on eBay for a ridiculous amount of money. Stuff, and or bootleg or whatever, people have to get it. So I figured, well, I've got them all back now, and these labels, when you take them, they pulled them down off Spotify, they pull them down off iTunes, they pull it down off everywhere. When you finish up your, it's not necessarily great relationship when you're pulling your stuff back from people. You know what I mean? So So they pull all that shit down. I was figuring, how am I going to get all that stuff back up? How am I going to get these records back into back out there into print and continue to do business and start doing business so I can support it, live. And I had got the single, of course, and with the video, and my original thought was to have that still support of the Beautiful Things record, because that's like the best thing I've ever done. It's and I can't give up on that record, but I never got to support it live, which is the only place that an artist can make money anymore, because people don't buy records. CDs are done. And, and so that, COVID happened and everything. And so I had the single, and I'm like, well, I mean, since I don't know how long I've been, I wanted to be the first guy to do these flash drive things. You know what I mean? I seen this was something that was coming quite a while ago, I'm saying, let's do a flash drive, but the labels I was with and stuff, for one reason or another, that didn't pan out. But so I thought to myself, well, I can put all my stuff on one thing. I can kill all these birds with one stone, and get everything back up on Spotify, iTunes, all those different platforms, and make the records available to the fans again. And also, plus you can put videos on it. So there's like 50 videos on there too. There's
holy cow.
There's actually another whole record's worth of brand new songs. I just that I've done in my home studio. They're listenable. They sound good. You can hear the songs, and it's not like anything like what Mike Tholen can do, and with like the Beautiful Things records, it's like amazing. But these, I'm kind of unconventional, and I couldn't mix water and Kool-Aid, you know what I mean? But I'm doing my thing. I try to do the best I can. But there's a whole new record on there too, and if you love my stuff, or you love anything I've done, you're gonna love it all. The whole damn drive is you're gonna love, and then there's new records, there's new songs on it,
So how many records are on there?
There's my 5 studio records. That's Just Enough, Extra Strength, Wrapped Around My Middle Finger, the White Album, and Beautiful Things. Then there's this goofy little thing I did with my nephew. It's called Guilt and Shame. It's a little inappropriate country type thing where I'm singing with a 7-year-old boy, some really outrageous, inappropriate shit. It's pretty funny that we threw that on there too. And then there's it's called a party pack. That's like a 6th or 7th record, which consists of half of it is all brand new songs, and the other half is like demos from some of the demos from the Beautiful Things record, so you could see, how it sounded the day I wrote it and how, compared to what it sounds like. It's all both on the drive, so there's 8 or 9 new songs, and there's a equally amount of different demos and stuff from different things, and a couple alternate versions of a few songs, and Instant Karma and all that stuff's on there. So nice. And Party Time, that's all like now on a record of itself, and maybe, who knows, maybe we can release that in its own one day. I don't know. We're just trying to get back in business here. I've been out of business for a long time, except for putting that record out, and who I put it out with. There was no juice or push behind anything, and
right.
And it's just nowadays, if you don't have any kind of major label push or anything like that, you're on your own, and the small labels really can't make a difference. Is more than you can. You're just giving away your money for nothing, and it's like your core fan base that are buying the stuff, but. There's too much exposure. There's too much oversaturation. And, like some Joe Blow who just figured out how to play guitar yesterday, it's got a video out, and he's got the same chances of exposure as I do. And, if the Beatles put out a record nowadays and without major promotion, it'd be the same thing, same thing that I'm struggling with. And so, there's no money to be made in selling music anymore, and in selling your songs or anything. Live performing is the place to make money, or collaborating and writing songs for other people. And and so look what happened to live performing then. A lot of those rock clubs are gone. There wasn't a whole lot of places still left for rock and roll. Rock and roll is, you can't have radio stations for it anymore. You don't have anything. It's like it's becoming extinct, and it's sad. It's just a money machine. What's selling? Let's get more of that. And
right.
And so, I don't know what everybody's going to do now, and myself included. If you can't, they're starting to open up the performing again, but I won't feel comfortable until everybody's safe. You know what I mean? So it's a safe environment for everyone, including myself.
Sure. So
I don't know what the new thing is that they'll figure something out. I wish I could be one of those guys that they could figure out what's the next thing going to be how artists can make money. But I certainly won't be the last guy this time. I'll get in there as soon as I see what's going on.
Right. So you're thinking it might be at least next year before some live shows start happening for you?
Yeah, of course it would be. It's no point in playing unless you got proper promotion, and promote it, and people need to know you're there in order to come out and see you. And when they know that I'm coming, when they know that I'm playing, it's always packed. If they don't, it's like just not, weak promotion just on Facebook or something like that, or a flyer in their place. I've done shows with 5-10 people there. It's pretty demoralizing, and it's, and then it gets toxic because you're kind of down on yourself. You're down on everything. And it's like, well, what do we got around here to bring us up? And so, that's like what they're doing now. Enough's Enough. They're like in a van going around and opening up for, it's like Pretty Boy Floyd or whatever, or one of those bands, you know what I mean? And, or 3 bands in a bus. Or and I'm not doing that. There's no money of $100 a show or something. It's like, why would I do that? It used to cost me $200-300 just in cocaine a night. You know what I mean? Making $100 a show. It's not a profitable business.
Yeah, right. The times have truly changed.
Yeah.
So, all right. So where should we send everybody to go to get the flash drive and to see the video and everything else?
Just go to my website, DonnieVie.com, just as long as you know how to spell it. It's all IEs. You got IE and then IE and DonnieVie.com. Everything's there. all you got to go there and it's a click away. Everything's really simple to do. You just click it. And my sister bought the first one just to make sure everything says it was super simple. It went right to Bandcamp and whatever, however it goes. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I imagine there's advertising for it on the different formats that it's up on. You know what I mean? The different things that are playing it. But basically, just go to my website, donnievie.com, and you'll find everything there.
Nice. And everybody has to check out Party Time. Do not forget to check out Party Time. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Let's party.
There you go. Donnie, always a pleasure, man. It's great to see your face. Glad to see you're doing good. And I'm loving Party Time. Loving the new song. Can't wait to hear more.
Thank you, Chubby Dudley.
Is
that your real name? Chubby. That was a little kiss for you.
That was my wrestling name when I was a pro wrestler.
What's it? Chubby Dudley. Yeah. All right, Dudley. Brother. Thank you for thinking of me. Thanks for having me on here. I appreciate it, man.
Always, man. Take care. We'll talk again soon.
You too, bud.
All right, bro. Later.